So Google just dropped a bomb at GDC with their announcement of Stadia, their new Google marketplace for video games that's supposed to bridge the divide between marketplace and content creators on YouTube. This is Google's answer to both Twitch and being able to game on anything, on any device, anywhere. So today I'm going to talk about my thoughts walking in, what I expected out of Stadia, what I got walking out, and all my thoughts in between. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So I'm thinking walking into this event that they're going to focus this event on a platform, but undoubtedly they're going to try to sell you a little piece of hardware as well. I was thinking walking in, it was going to be like a little Google Fire Stick or whatever they call it. I'm an Apple fan. Or they were going to put it into some type of Apple TV set-top box, one of the two variations. I was thinking the little dongle would have streamed at 1080p 60 FPS, where the Apple TV-like device would have streamed at 4K 60 FPS. I was thinking Google was going to sell more hardware than just a controller, but I thought that they were going to focus mostly on a platform, and that's what they did today. So let's first get into what I liked about this reveal. And yeah, it's exactly kind of what I thought it was going to be, which is it was platform first, everything else second. The thing that I am blown away by, that my mind does not comprehend still, was there was a moment where a guy got on stage, he was playing on a phone, then he switched it to a tablet, then he switched it to a computer, where they literally said on stage, we picked the cheapest PC we could, and then he picked a TV, and you're streaming and not just 1080p 60 FPS, but if you have a monitor or a screen or tablet or whatever have you that could handle 4K, you will be boosted to 4K quality HDR content. You're streaming 4K games, and they even said in the future 8K when most screens have supported it. When the technology is there, they're able to stream at 8K resolution, and he was doing it seamlessly. Again, he was picking up where he just last left off in the game almost instantaneously. That blew my mind, and immediately anything that, again, Sony and Microsoft are in their board meetings going, what the hell do we do? That was super impressive. And then if you're Sony and you're sitting in that boardroom, you also get really nervous. Google just stated this, and they didn't make like a long spiel about it, but this is also cross-platform compatible. So this is really awesome. They didn't specify if that means console crossplay or PC crossplay or what that means per se, but to see Google out there going, yeah, no, this is open for everybody to come and play with, that's really awesome. The next one is crowd play. This is insane. What they're trying to do right now is bridge the gap between YouTube content creation and streaming and this gaming marketplace, where if you're, let's just say, watching a Division stream or a Division video, you're able to, after that video's done, there's an option to play game, and you're able to play that game in less than 5 seconds flat. At least that's what they say. Again, this is all controlled environments, but that's impressive nonetheless, that you're able to just straight up play that game after you're done watching a video of it. It's awesome. Crowd play is a thing where you're streaming on YouTube. This is what their moment to attack Twitch. You're able to join that person's game via the chat room. If the streamer allows it, you're able to drop into games that streamer is playing. You will be queued up with other gamers to play with your favorite streamers. That's awesome, and it's really awesome if you're a small streamer and you have a Mario Kart nights. Theoretically, this is again Google platform, but you're able to play those games with your stream. That's incredible. That is integration. That's innovation at its finest. Crowd play, super impressive. The next thing that had me super pumped was to see Google Assistant make its way to its controller. So what you're able to do, if you're stuck on a game or stuck on a level, you'll just say, hey Google, help me out of this mission, or help me at this part, and it'll pull up a log while you're playing the game of all the top searches to help you out, which is awesome for me because that just happened to me last night where I was playing the Division 2 and I was stuck at this one part and I had to get out my phone and go, okay, so how do I solve this puzzle in Division 2 and try to find the best search results? It's right there. It's super convenient. Amazing. last but not leastly, the thing that impressed me most is it's seemingly hardwareless. It's just a controller. If you want, you can use your Xbox controllers. You can use, it seems like your DualShock controller, and there was rumored Joy-Con support. If you have a controller, you can plug it into your PC. You can play Google Stadia games. That's awesome. No dongle, no Apple TV. That's where I was wrong at. It's all about the platform, and they made that very clear throughout the whole conference. They were talking to developers first and the people second, which is something that we'll get into when it comes into the dislikes. So with that, the dislikes. What did I not like from this conference? And when I say not like, I mean they weren't clear enough on, or that I'm confused by, or there's still some questions that need to be asked. ISPs, man, I mean Comcast, Verizon, Fios in this area, there's data caps everywhere. Depending on where you live, you have a set amount of data that you're able to use. That's a problem if you're streaming. We've seen it with Netflix and various lawsuits that are happening right now over net neutrality. This is huge. This is super important, that what's going to happen to my data caps when the streaming service is live. That's a question that Google and Alphabet in whole needs to figure out. And I think that means Google Fiber is going to be kicked up again, because again, if you have people like Warner or Comcast or whatever your shitty internet provider is, they're charging you an arm and a leg for crap, and then they're data capping you on top of that just to make more money. That's a problem for Google and this console, or sorry, not even console, for this app in the future. That's a question that we don't have answers to, and we won't for a very long time to come. This next thing, and I think the biggest thing is, I know I just said this, a lot of stuff that I'm super impressed with, and I am. This thing is impressive, but there is no reason for me as a PlayStation gamer, look around me, there's no reason for me to buy this or to be part of it. I come to a console not for the convenience factor, that's part of it, but I'm playing it for the experiences, and there was no experience that I saw that was just like, oh yeah, I need to play on Stadia. That's where I need to go. Nothing. They had a promise that they were going to start making first-party studios, and that's great, but that's not answering the question of why I need to buy your product right here, right now. That's a 2, 4, 5-year commitment that I don't know is going to pay off fully once the first-party platforms are in full order. So again, I don't have any first-party games, any exclusives right here, right now that make me turn and say, I need Stadia right now. I need this right now. It's cool and convenient for a lot of people, but there's no killer app. And that's the thing that had me very skeptical as well. Also, while I was streaming this, my stream was confused. Is this a streaming service? Or is this a platform like a Epic Games or a Valve or Xbox Marketplace or the PlayStation Store? What is this? And I don't think they were clear on that enough, because even I can't say 100%, oh yeah, they said Marketplace. I think they did, not too sure. Again, whatever, this is a hot take. But yeah, a lot of my stream was confused by that, and I was too at some point. So with that, there's not a lot. Also, oh yeah, the last dislike was state share, which Pat, you didn't explain that clear enough. I don't care for it, and that's just a little gripe. Other than the name and ISPs, there's not a lot that I don't not like from this presentation. I thought Google definitely changed the way we're going to game. Is it going to be a big contender in the gaming industry? They're certainly throwing a lot of money at it, so I would say that they're here to stay. But I will say, I don't think it was a grand slam. I do think it was a home run, and I think it's the direction that this industry's headed down towards. But it wasn't a thing that gravitated me to say, holy crap, this is it. This is the future. I'm a Google boy from here on out. It was more like, cool. I'm really happy for people that are excited for this. But again, it blew my socks off, but I'm not here waiting in line to buy the controller or to be a part of the ecosystem, because I already have an ecosystem and I can't play God of War on Stadia. I just can't. But it does do something really awesome. All of the major 3 companies, Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, again, they're all in their boardrooms going, what the fuck do we do? Like, if I'm Sony, our services suck. I'm throwing all the money at making PSN the best service it can possibly be to contend with Stadia. If I'm Xbox, I am mowing away at those first party exclusives that I can't get anywhere else. I am putting the fire to the flame to get Halo Infinite out there and experiences that people want to play. And if I'm Nintendo, you just made a killing off of this hardware that you're able to play games both on the go and at home, and now someone's doing it way better than you. Google, how are you going to compete with that? Because now your system is super anemic once this thing comes out. Because again, you're playing on dedicated hardware, and yeah, I know internet's not the best for everyone, but Google even stated this is also for people that have terrible internet, that have terrible hardware. So again, it's too soon to say, but if I'm Nintendo, Microsoft, if I'm Sony, I am nervous by all the news that Google just laid out, but I'm not panicked. So with all that said, I liked what I saw. Am I going to be first adopter of this? I don't think so. I think I'm still happy where I am. Again, there's no killer app that forces me here, but I am super happy to see another big force in the industry. I'm not here to be the Google fanboy and say, oh, they're losers or whatever. This is really awesome because now more people are able to play games than ever before. It's going to be everywhere. There is going to be the stupid debate of whose console sold more is irrelevant from here on out. It's stupid. It doesn't belong anymore. It's an argument of the past. That's the thing that really excites me from Stadia. It's the future of games where now everybody is going to have a chance, or most people are going to have a chance to game, and they previously didn't have that before. I hope Google goes out on a buying spree and buys some indie developers we don't see coming, and then gives them the money to make them a AAA force to be reckoned with. I would love to see that. I would love to see Tequila Works with infinite money to just go out and spend on whatever game that they want to make. That's dope. Jade Raymond in control of that position of where to take software with Google into the future is possibly one of the most exciting things out of this whole announcement. So with that, that's my thoughts on Stadia. Again, I think it's an awesome piece of tech. I'm just not 100% sold on it. Will I try it out in the future? Sure, but I'm not the first online. And so with that, I want to know what your thoughts of Stadia are in the comments section down below. Again, there's no wrong answers. Are you a believer? Are you ditching Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo, whatever the case may be, to hop on the Stadia backwagon? I'm gonna have to get used to that name. Let me know in the comment section down below. There's no wrong answers. It's awesome to see a new opponent enter the ring. This is awesome. This is great. When there's challenge of the status quo, everybody wins because everybody has to innovate. It's amazing for me. But again, I want to know what your thoughts are down below. And if you like this video, we do Should You Buys, we do news like this, top fives. We do a PlayStation podcast called The Trophy Room, a podcast made by the players for the players each and every Thursday. So if you like that, please hit like, share, subscribe. It helps build this big, beautiful family that I call home. And so with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody keep your wits about you and have a nice one.